Hello, 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 hello. Perfect. 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 Yellow. What's up? I just started. What's going on? Michel de Freitas film. Oh my goodness. The man himself. What's going on? This is my first time going on at this point in the day. What's going on, brother? Are you back on the island? On the island. Let's see here. So what? Michel de Freitas. You're back? Nice, bro. Bro, welcome. It's fucking horrible. Nasty weather. Messy, you? How you been doing? Pfft, bro. Insane shit. Lovely. Lovely shit. Lovely, lovely. Okay. Gotta keep focused. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Live on YouTube now. Copy, paste, boom. There you go. There you have it. And that's that. Wow, what a crazy ass thumbnail. Jesus. Jesus, how was your trip? Nasty weather I saw, bro. I was confused. What are you confused about? Confused about the weather? Mm-hmm. How about the schedule? You saw like I was posting at weird times as far as the announcements on the Discord. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah, I decided I was like, you know what? I did, a few weeks, couple weeks of the night streams, and I was like, let me switch it up. Let me see if I do it in the morning. Krista! Hello, welcome to it. I'm peeking? Welcome to it. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the afternoon session. Ooh, I got like a nice little bag right there. Ooh, baby. The lighting could improve, I would say. The lighting can improve, and I'm not sure the answer is getting brighter. Is going brighter. But it's what we can do right now without like I don't know, fucking black eye. Close to client, thanks God. Gorgeous, gorgeous. In Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. Manny. Very nice warm weather. Yeah, they gotta bring some of that shit over here, man. It's been gusting, whipping, wet, winds, disgusting, evil. Yeah. What is this indeed? What is this indeed is what I would love to know. I don't know. So, going back to what I was saying about the schedule. So I've been waking up at 5 in the morning, which has been a nice change, right? And going on at 6 on TikTok, the stream, right? Which means it's 1 a.m. right now for the people that's in Central Time, so Illinois, and 12 a.m. midnight for the people on the East Coast. But on the 29th, we get daylight savings, so we'll go back to being 6 hours difference from Illinois and 5 hours from East Coast. So 6, sorry, this is like really a head fuck. 6 a.m. GMT will then be normally, my brain is cooking. Midnight in CST and 11 East Coast. 1 in Amsterdam and 1 over here. Nice. It's darker, make a 50-50 lighting almost. Yeah, I'm like super excited about these bags under my eyes. That's all, because I have allergies and it's like getting all puffed, all jiggly puffed out. I'm a little bit like a meth head, but hey, maybe I am. Maybe I am. Maybe I should do a little bit of fucking meth, huh? But yeah. So the idea is to do an hour at that time, waking up, because after the streams I always feel like way more motivated. But the problem is that if I'm going on at 11 p.m. or 11:30 p.m. at night here, then 2 hours later it's 1:30. I'm all motivated, jacked up as shit, and I'm gonna go to bed. I don't know about that. So I was like, why don't I start the day with the streams, and then take a little siesta, a little midday stream, catch up, which is what it is right now. But right now it's their morning. So I have a late night and a morning stream for the people in the US, and then for anybody joining in the EU, it would be a very early morning, afternoon thing. It's good to be on during the day, is basically the short and sweet of it. Now, are we going to do the book stuff now? Who knows? Who's to say? But I think we left off at their doing a more flushed out version of the first chapter after we got to chapter 3. Let's see. Let's open up the doc here. Here we go. Here we are. And here we have it. I got some nature sounds going. I was gonna go out and film today, but it is disgusting. Still might after. I think I might go down to the beach. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what the motivation is like. What, not going? Not going to the beach, or going on during the day? Going on in the day is nice. It's really nice. I'll be joining whenever I can. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I always appreciate you coming by. You know that. You know this. I just know that you've been running around for the past week, so. See you later, brother. Later, Mitch. Thanks for hanging out for a sec. Thank you so much, man. All right, so Krista, where were we? Where were we with all this? Where were we with all of this? I feel like I gotta get more like conceptual now. I just ate lunch. I have my second coffee of the day. I gotta get more definitive. Well, we can keep on going, right? We can keep on going to chapter 2, right? Or to chapter 4, I mean. But I feel like at this point, you drop off line? Oh, you're dropping Rowan off. Good timing, huh? What time is it right now? Ooh, okay, yeah. I would like to start doing these streams at half an hour early on either side, right? It would be nice if I can do it at 5:30, which is kind of crazy. But maybe it can start at 1:30 here. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying when I say that? Should I get Cornelius up in here? Tapping away. I finally moved the mic arm, which is nice. Cornelia! It would be fine. I mean, yeah, it would still be midnight though, which isn't great. Now, is there a chance that I just say, fuck the night stream and just go do this stream instead? Could be. Could be. Depends on how it goes. Depends on how it goes. Or, I mean, here's a thought. I could do the morning streams. All right, here's the thing. I'm going to start talking about things in my time because it's too confusing to talk about both now. Or, you know what? Maybe I'll do it in yours. I can do it in yours. In your guys's. So I could do the night streams on TikTok and the morning streams on YouTube, right? And that's how I do it. So that every day I'm going on YouTube. It's just a different time of the day. That's something I've thought about. But it also just seems like maybe I'm just going on all the time then. You know, if I'm going to 2 platforms. I mean, I can tell you what, that this is a lot more manageable. This time is a lot more manageable for me. All right, hold on. If I was Quinn and I was going live, where would I be? I told you so. Live, here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And here he is. And here he is. Perfect. We got the taps rocking. No, don't do that. There. It's all falling apart. It went widescreen. Okay, cool. There we go. Nice. Nice. Wait, all I heard. Okay. Yeah, I read that. So I was saying that we just gotta have to see how it goes. I was saying that maybe I could do a 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night, your time, every day, because it's a better time for me. Well, let's just call it the 4 days for now. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. And then maybe I could split it that way. The idea is to maybe just go as often, but split it down the middle on 2 channels, so I can get those videos out, you know, those VODs out at a quicker rate. Also, if it's just gonna be me and you primarily, at certain points, then it's just like, why not just do YouTube? You know what I mean? And it's also super annoying that this is kind of playing. But it was awesome that Lena joined us yesterday during the morning. I don't know if that'll be the same case. But I would love to have Kayla join because she seemed to be interested in the book. I don't know. And at the same rate, it's just like, why don't I just do what I want to do? But I think this is a step in the right direction. Try one of each time on YouTube and see how it feels, because I think the AM streams did pretty well on TT. Yeah, the TT one seems pretty good. And the AM. And then the YouTube ones, I guess, could be at night. That was just an example. It's not something that I'm concrete on. But I guess, yeah, once the time change is the same again, it won't be so bad to have the nighttime YouTube, because so far, I mean, without you there, it would be just a very one-dimensional experience if it was too late for you to be at the late night ones. Or I could just be like, fuck the late night ones and just do the AMs, you know? We'll have to see. Now, won't we? No, I don't think that there's like really any tap through, like hope for tap through, unless you're monetized on YouTube. Yeah, so lots of options. Yeah, true. True, 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 true. Look at this, and now it's raining. Now it's misty as fuck. It was sunny as hell 2 minutes ago, and now it's misty and raining. Can you hear that? I should set the stream up next time so that maybe that's not a good idea. Oh, I could. You guys wouldn't see too much. I just keep on having this idea that if the streams ever took off, and then I have all these VODs out of like where I live, it could be like pretty easy to dox me. But I mean, that's kind of a crazy thought to have at this stage. So lots of options, yes. Yeah, that's ambient music that I put on. That's an ambient soundtrack. I think that's what I'll do for the YouTube. That's the YouTube remedy for the that's the solution for the whole music thing. They just put on ambient music. If you can call it, I don't know, music. So I was debating on whether or not I should I was thinking, I was like, maybe I could release the and it's done and it's sunny again. Oh my god. Maybe I could release the the water reel tomorrow. Or I could release one of my older reels that I only put the story. But then that just feels like a cop-out. But I should do that either way. But I'm starting to feel like I want to like hit it hard. Now, like start filling it in, because I feel like the momentum is becoming a struggle. Like I'm just doing a lot of like tinkering around with shit. And like that's explorative and I'm discovering things in its own way, but it's keeping me from doing the bigger picture. Yeah, but it's so windy out, like it'd be really cool to go down there. Because the water is like, you see the white caps on the water. So by the ocean it must be like rough, and that'd be cool to capture. But it's been like a reset. It's been a little bit of a reset week, I feel like. I've seen what it is to start, I've seen what it is to end, I've seen what it is. But I gotta keep it sustainable. And I think this is a good shift. I think this is a good shift, starting in the AM. Like doing it during the day. And I think TikTok at night could be good as long as I'm active enough. Because the creatures come out at night. and that this stream could be good for a good slot for like actually going out and filming. Let me take a look at something, because I don't remember exactly what the figures were in order to be monetized on YouTube. Just because I knew I was like too far away from it to even like consider it at present. But I just want to know like what I have to hit. Okay, so what are the requirements to be able to be monetized on YouTube? Yeah, I mean maybe not like maybe when it's not nice out either. You know? But for that, I mean, do I do that on YouTube? Because that seems like really crunchy. I want it all. I want it all and I can't have it. That's the problem. Okay. So, for full monetization with ad revenue, you need either 1,000 subscribers. All right, clearly, we are currently at 16, and 4,000 valid public watch hours in the last 12 months. That's going to be a lot easier than the 1,000 subs. Now, here's the thing. Here's the real kicker, though. Here's where this thought really comes to a head, is that like TikTok is the discovery engine. It is the discovery engine. And at the peak of when I was getting the most people in, is I was doing the boxes and all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. I could get, if I worked the rooms and everything, I would get to that number a lot quicker. But now I know I would get those requirements much quicker. But that's not to say that I wouldn't get those numbers equally as quick had I started posting more on YouTube. Because that's just a question mark. I don't know. It's possible, but I have no idea. There's also an early access tier in eligible countries that opens some monetization features sooner if you have 500 subscribers, 3 valid public uploads in the last 90 days, and either 3,000 valid public watch hours in the last 12 months or 3 million valid public short views. What the hell? Okay, so it says, I think I am valid in Portugal. Let me see. Does that earlier access tier, am I eligible in Portugal for that? I think I am. Well, does Elsie have her own email? Because Elsie could have her own account. And so could Cornelius, honestly. But that's not really like I'm less concerned about the watched hours than I am concerned about the subscribers. Like that's where it's really going to become to be an issue. Now, like if I'm live all the time, if I'm live on TikTok often enough, and I get it started up again, I could definitely get people to go onto this because that's how I got most of them. But it's not even a worry about. I don't want to even consider that the whole thing with Elsie or Cornelius because it's not really the issue. The issue is more the subscribers. But yes, Portugal is included. The early access, yeah. So we're good in Portugal to have the early access. So for early access, we could have half of the subscribers that we needed for the ad revenue. Which, I mean, from what I understand, ad revenue isn't even much anyway. So 500 subscribers. So if your channel is based in Portugal, you can apply for that earlier tier once you hit the lower threshold. 500 subscribers, 3 public uploads in the last 90 days. I'm already there. Plus either 3,000 valid public watch hours in the last 12 months or 3 million views on the shorts. Now my question is 2 questions. Do you have to have both or just one? Either. It's saying either. So I think that I can have 3,000 valid public watch hours from the shorts. Right? Like if it was just shorts I was putting out, I could have 3,000 valid public watch hours from the shorts. Or regular videos. Or 3 million valid public views of a short in the last 90 days. So it's either or. Well, let me just take a look. Let me just take a look. Here. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. That's crazy. So, yeah, I don't even want to look at this stuff because I just can't think about this right now. Like, I feel like there's like some sort of bad juju. But we're halfway there. We're halfway there on the views. Isn't it? What the fuck? It should be fine right now. Okay. That's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. All right. Holy shit. Holy shit. All right, so I need either 3,000 valid public watch hours, which right now we're at 35. We're at 35 valid public watch hours in the last 12 months. All right, so we have a year to get 3,000 hours or 3 million valid public shorts views in the last 90 days. So we gotta hope to get like viral in 3 months. But what's crazy is that we're already at 3,000 views. That one with Lennon got 1.1. Comments? Hey, these are nice comments. Hold on. The wind is blowing shit around. Oh my. Oh my. It is fucking crazy. I got some nice comments. EDM producer says, in quotations, fuck it. Such a simple and funny phrase with all the different layers and meanings, but this one right here is the most inspirational. Freedom. Keep it up, man. Heart. Yeah! And then this guy says, let's try peace over hate. Says, so how Weezer started. I didn't know that's how Weezer started. It was... I just had to start the video that way. It certainly does have layers. How do I do the emojis again? There's like one thing that I always have to look up. How do I do these damn emojis? to it. Okay. I mean, I guess we're not using emojis because I just can't figure it out. I didn't know that was the case. Just gave me some new info. Thanks. Nice. 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 That's exciting. That's exciting. Okay. So back to what we were talking about. Yes. So we're at 3.5 views right now. 35 watch hours. Now, the watch hours need to be 3,000. So maybe, yeah. I think I just need to post more. They need to post more. But the subs, though, that's going to be the, yeah. Posting more will definitely take care of the watch hours. But the subscribers, that could be benefited from the streaming. Because 500 seems like a lot, but it's not that much. If I'm like actively working it, right? What's the weather supposed to be like tomorrow? Well, no, this next week. I wonder over here. Tomorrow. I'm going back to Scotland. All right, so it's 10 degrees Celsius. Disgusting. Real feel 7. Absolutely atrocious. Yeah. Damn. Damn. You hate to see it. Oh my goodness. We're only really going to see the rain go away by Tuesday. Looks like we're going to be making some we're going to be filming in the rain. That's for sure. That's for sure. Hot damn. Which is not the worst. As far as filming, you just got to be careful. With the gear, but my camera's weather sealed, so it's not that bad. We're just gonna have some really stormy, you know. Matrix. I'm feeling the Matrix right now. I'm feeling very Coen Brothers right now, with the vibe as far as the visuals. Very Matrixy, kind of like Fifth Element kind of thing going on up in my thought brain. So not bad. So now, The options. The options. Wow, the water is looking insane right now. Like those waves must be like 20 feet tall. Oh my god. The T33, the T33. I know which one that is. Hold on, let me just make sure. You two are always making up. Ooh, baby. Yeah, the T30. The XT30. Very popular. Very popular model here. And that's for good reason. It has that vintage look to it. Because people either get the T30 or they get the T50. Now, the T30 has 26 megapixel sensor. Which is not bad. 26.1. Yeah, and there's the film simulations, like I was telling you about. It has like its own version of color profiles, picture profiles, so you can just do the editing in the camera, which is great. It has a fully articulating screen, which is great. A built-in flash, which is fun. And the question is it the best for you? In this range? That could keep me alive. I mean, it's definitely a great camera. Hmm. Here we go. So it does 6K. It shoots in 6K at 30 frames, which is phenomenal. I mean, it doesn't do 60 frames, but still, 6K is 6K. And it'll do 4K at 60 frames. Yeah. I mean, it's a great camera. But now that I know what range it is, what range you're looking in, I mean, it's a good like this is a good camera. And it has the X mount, which, I mean, it's going to be, Fujifilm is going to have slightly higher pricing as far as the lens economy, but it's also cropped. It's also a cropped sensor, so you don't get that full frame. You know, that's why it's only so many megapixels. And at 26. So it means that your pictures are always cropped, whereas like a full frame is always like true to what is actually being seen through the lens, whereas APS-C, which is a cropped, is always going to be like slightly smaller than that. It's probably going to be like 30% less of the field of view, which means that there's 30% less pixels being captured. Roughly. I mean, that's roughly. But for what you're doing, for like what you're trying to achieve, like, it's a great camera. I would say that this is definitely a strong contender, to answer it just straight without any kind of technical jargon. I would say this is a great camera because it has that 6K is cool. 6K is cool. I mean, you're probably not going to use 6K so often, but it's nice to have. But 60 frames a second is great, especially for you. This is more like a hybrid camera. So it's for video and photography. For photography alone, I probably wouldn't recommend this one as much. But if you do have a high interest in doing both, then this is a great camera for that. Like I said, because of the APS-C and because of the crop sensor and the megabyte rate, there's probably better cameras for photography alone. But if you want to do both, then this is an excellent camera. So basically like 24 frames a second, or 24, it shoots 24, but also like up to 30. That's good for like more like cinematic, like movies are usually in 24 frames, up to 30, 29, 30 frames. Whereas like social media content is more in 60 frames, because that's truer to what like real life looks like. That's what means it's like more smooth. The motion is more smooth. But it loses that kind of filmic quality. But if you're doing like, say, TikTok reels, like 60 frames is great, like a vlog style kind of thing. 60 frames is incredible for that. But 6K it only is up to 30 frames, which is great if you're going to a place like Tucson. Not saying that you're getting the camera before Tucson, but for example, if you wanted to go somewhere, right, like a national park or something, and you wanted to just get like a couple of really nice clips, it'd be amazing to have 6K shooting at 24 frames a second. You're shooting basically a movie. That's very good quality. So you can like have really, really nice shots for that kind of thing. Now to do like a vlog or whatever in like 6K, 24 frames, that's not really feasible. But if you wanted to get like some really nice like scenery or like anything like that, or like, I don't know, you name it, 6K 30 frames is amazing. So it has good flexibility. It shoots in RAW, which is great. Of course it does. But I think that in order to use the in-camera film looks, it does it in JPEG. It turns your photos into a JPEG. So you don't have that like full control because you're doing the editing in the camera. But it does have also the uncompressed RAW as well. So in case you ever wanted to get like deeper into the editing side of things, you also have that option. As it goes up to 25.6 ISO. That's great. That's great. Yeah, so it's pretty good in low light too. It's pretty good in low light conditions as well. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great. I think you'd be very happy with this. Yeah. Yeah. But you to get a camera like this, like you'd have to use it. You'd have to like use this shit. And like quite often in order for you to get like a understanding of the capability of it. Because if you're going to point and shoot and have everything on auto, then I don't think that this is really appropriate. You'd have to really get under the hood for the first few weeks. But yeah, the the Fuji is great for somebody who just does camera work and doesn't really edit. It's perfect for that. Like we have a friend over here, Marina, who shoots with a Fuji. I think she has this camera actually, and she does exactly that. She does all of her editing in camera, in frame. You could do a couple of like cool things with the Fuji as well. You could do like double exposure, which means that you can do like two pictures in one, kind of. You can put like two pictures together, so you have like two images kind of fused. But like I said, like you have to like really, really be like shooting with it. So yeah, the things that have going against it is its cropped sensor. You know, for that range, I mean, slightly lower megapixels. It's got the X mount lens mounts, which the Fujifilm X mount is always going to be more expensive because typically there's not a lot more third party versions of the X mount. But outside of that, there's a lot going for it too. There's a lot going for it as well. Like 6K, 30 frames is great. The film looks for somebody in your position, uniquely in your position, is phenomenal. But like I said, it would have to be a case where you are going to be using the video part as much as the photo part. So yeah, it's a great pick. It's a great pick. Overall, I said it was a great pick. I'll do a little bit more research for you just to make sure. But I think that this is a great pick, and it might actually be the best pick within this price range. Let me just take a look at the 50. XT5. Yeah, this is the T5, not the 500. I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I think yeah, the T5 is usually the one that it's compared to, I believe, the most. But like for instance, the T5 has 40 megapixels, whereas the T30 Mark III has 26. So this is like way more dialed in. It's more of a pro grade. And really good for pictures as well. But like I said, it's probably like $700 more. Where's the T50 at? Because it might be the T50 that I'm confused with. The T50 and the T5. I think it is. The T50 is similar to the T30, but it's just more robust. Let me see. Yes, the T50. That's where I was getting the 50 from. But they're similar. It's just that hold on, let me see something real quick. Does the T50 really have a lower resolution? Da 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 da. Do all I see is no. They have the same sensor. Wait, no. This is the T30 has the CMOS 4. Yeah. And the T50 has the CMOS 5 HR. So it's an updated sensor. Yeah, with a 40.2 million pixel versus the 2.26, the 26, yeah. Yeah, so this one has the 40. Yeah. This has 40 megapixels. Yeah, so this is just a souped up version of that, of the one. It's really the T50 and the, but these are pro grade. These are the small one. Hello. These are pro grade. We're just going over cameras right now because Chris is looking into buying one, a mirrorless camera. Which the T30 is a kind of a semi-pro, but still a great camera. Still a great camera. It's just that it doesn't have that powerful of a sensor when compared to like 40 megapixels is great because not even my camera has 40. That's where Fuji kind of beats out. Is that it has 40 million pixels, but the thing is that it's still cropped. It's still cropped, which isn't great. It's like a 1.25 crop. Whereas in the Sony's aren't cropped at all. So basically you're just paying a lot more money for an extra sharp photo. What's the difference actually? What's the price difference, I wonder? Let me ask. What's the difference in price between a XT50 and an XT30 Mark III? I think it's like $700. Group and a teacher who's interested in joining my community. Ooh. That's amazing. The community, like, oh, I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I'm saying like community. The community. Why am I saying it like that? Oh my god, I think I'm over caffeinated. The committee at work or the community that you're, the collective. Yeah, so it is like $600, the difference. Yeah, I mean the XT33 in comparison to the XT50. Just talking to Chatty right now. Committee at work to address prevention and delinquency and how we can actually make change with youth being the voice. Committee. Like I was meaning to say committee, but for some reason I was just dropping an extra syllable. Committee. Thanks for joining, Leanie. Thanks for joining, Christy. Thanks for joining. I don't know if I like Christy. I don't know if I like saying that. That's amazing. How many people are in the committee? To take my time with that. Not committee. You see how swollen my eyelid is? Oh my god. Yeah. It's $600 difference. But listen, the crop is a Fuji thing. So unless you want to go fucking absolutely out of control as far as Fuji goes, price-wise, then the crop is what you're dealing with. And as far as... Yeah, I don't even know who Christy is. I have no idea. Christy's horrible. Christy's awful. Awful. So as far as like, I think it's a good compromise, I will say. Been showing up, but this teacher is super passionate about the kids, the children. That's it. Maybe you need a reset. Maybe she can be a part of that reset. Bring that passion in. Get everybody inspired. You just got done with a really good group. So when you're saying a really good group, were you on a meeting? You're at work already? Isn't it early? I'm sorry, I'm trying to like wrap my brain around what's going on. Do you like the nature sounds, by the way? Chirp, 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 chirp. All I see is stars. All I see is signs. I don't know why I have that song. Turn it up, turn it up. Watch it all fall down. Yay! Perfect. I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, it's incredible. You're doing big things, Lena. In every week to present to the kids to get their voice. And the teacher was just getting ready to get involved today. Ah. Ah, so you went in early today. That's the part I was missing. I was like, whoa, it's pretty early. Where's the GFX? Go. How many megapixels is this bad boy? More than full frame. Ooh. Ooh. See? Now it's making sense. But damn. That's early. That's an early one. I like the early streams. I like these streams. This seems to be the best time to go on outside of, when I was going on previously at 2 a.m. This is a nice time, the morning. I was talking to Krista. I was like, maybe I could do like one on TikTok and one on YouTube, like an hour and an hour. So I can get like back into streaming more, but at a reasonable hour, at a time where people can actually be there. And I feel like this is the best slot so far. As far as like what we have going on right now, without me like working the rooms or posting maybe as often as is necessary, which is looking like every day. I think that this time slot is probably the most effective. Carrying groceries in no extra hands available, both sweater pockets full of Tomatillo. Oh my goodness. What flavor? I can carry I feel like I can carry like an infinite amount of grocery bags. I've gone up the stairs with like 20 grocery bags before. Just like hooked between all my little hamster fingers. My little squirrel fingers. This, oh my god. 120 megapixels, this camera. But does it do, yeah, it does 8K. 8K. Well. Here we go. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. Probably like $5,000. This camera. Money on my mind. All I see are dollar signs. Turn it up. Watch it all fall down. Yes. I'm not doing a bunch of trips. Yeah. I will get every single one of those bags. If there's 40 of them, I'm carrying them all at once. And if shit goes wrong, then so be it. Then so be it. If a bag breaks, if one snaps off, it's a part of the thing. Yeah, this thing is this thing is $8,500. Oh baby. Yeah, you're doing incredible. Waking up nice and early, getting to work on time, saving the community one step at a time. Incredible, Lena. All right, sounds good. Sounds good, Lena. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for being a friend. Turn up, turn up. What do you think about this? This seems to be the best time. I'm not tapping anymore? What's happening? What's happening? How are you feeling? How are you feeling, Krista? Are you exhausted? Or are you okay? We're at an hour and a half. That's crazy. We streamed already for quite a bit of time today. Whoa. Things are getting really out of hand on on the Cornelia side of things. Here we go. Okay, cool. And when okay, now we're back. I'm not even sure if the tapping does anything on this side. I don't think we've had a single person come in just organically. For creative writing energies, I'm not sure about this time, LMAO, but it doesn't have to be book writing either. I'm okay, I'm just chugged the matcha. You chugged it? You slammed it back? Slammed it back? Yeah. See, as much as I like writing the book, it does seem like another thing that is like kind of pulling me away from like the main objective. It was something to do that night and the past couple nights, and I really like how it's coming together. But as far as like a driven effort, like a pointed kind of thing, I feel like maybe not the priority at the moment. So once we're able to stabilize like the things that we're actually going to be doing outside of the posting and, you know, getting the stream together back to its former glory or a different glory, a better glory, then the book can be readdressed. But for right now, in this moment, I like YouTube a lot. I like YouTube a lot. I do. TikTok seems very crunchy, but it's the only thing that's monetized at this moment. So it kind of seems like, you know, and we put so much hour and time into that. And I know how to, you know, it is going to get the most action as far as lives go. Because we did Twitch. Twitch isn't really for us anyway. Twitch is more for gamers and just like booby streamers, which I'm neither. I mean, I could be a gamer, but not like that. That's not, you know, that's not my thing. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. But Enshrouded is incredible. Enshrouded is phenomenal. Enshrouded is a great game. It's broken, you know. It's still in early access. There is things that fucking piss me off, but overall, great time. So, do I become an Enshrouded streamer? Do I become a survival game streamer? Yeah, Twitch is not it. Twitch is not it. That's a platform where it's like way too insulated. Like people will just like that's where streamers stream, right? And I just don't think that I'm a streamer. Like even with all the streaming that I've done, I don't think that I'm a streamer. But if you're on Twitch, you are a streamer. Like if you want to be successful on Twitch, you're a streamer. You got to be a streamer. And then yes, once you hit like a certain threshold, you can like reliably do like the cross-platforming. Like a lot of Twitch streamers do go on YouTube as well. But none of them are streaming on TikTok. I can tell you that. None of them I know. None of them I know. So it's a weird place to be. It's a weird, like, kind of... Is my hair growing back? Losing my mind. Because while the... Okay. So, the TikTok posts seem to do much better when they're scheduled. Ooh, I wish I could be there for that. The siege of the basement, taking it back. That's incredible. That's incredible. Headquarters, main base, secret base. Oh, secret base vibes. Yes. I love that. I love that. Secret, hidden Pilates base. I'm calling it. And I'm like thinking about that back room, and I know that it's the cats now, but I always like thought about like some plants back there, you know, like a greenhouse kind of thing, a little tea room that smells like cat shit. Nice. But I don't know. I was like always imagined like my whole life always imagined about like being on the couch and looking outside through that room, and there's just like a bunch of plants out there, you know, very Victorian greenhouse kind of thing. While I'm sitting on this giant sectional. I don't know why. I don't know. I also imagine like rows of cabbages in your backyard. So maybe I shouldn't be the person to talk about it with. Just imagine half the yard being a garden filled with cabbages. That'd be great. That'd be great. That's a reel. That's content. Film it. Film it. Yeah, I feel like the cats, though. I don't know how they do with the plants. I mean, they seem to not mind the Hoya. But the Hoya is also like, I can't imagine it being very nice for a cat to be chewing on. It is a very hardy kind of plant. But something that's a little bit more fleshy, you know? Like a Dracaena or something, they might get into that and start chewing on it. But we'll have to see. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. Like a tea room out there. Can you imagine? Ooh. During the summer, spring, even the fall, perhaps. Get the fire going inside. Get the tea going outside. Just really fucking freak out about it. Only one person, LMA. Just doing the minimum is a whole ordeal. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's a big house for you. It's a big house for the two of you. But I don't know. For some reason, I'm just seeing like I'm not even seeing like a flowers out there. I'm seeing staple crops. I'm seeing Stardew. I'm seeing rows of cabbages. Only cabbages. Oh yeah, for sure. There are quite a bit of them. Quite a bit of toxic ones. But yeah, I have strong visions of cabbage. Maybe get some potatoes. But potatoes are crazy. Potatoes are crazy. Potatoes, they take over. Potatoes, you just have fucking, looks like you have vines all over your backyard. But they keep on giving. You know, and potatoes are not a bad thing to have, and they don't go bad very quickly. I become a homestead. You as a person become a homestead. As the house falls apart, you cultivate a homestead in your heart. You are the homestead. I start only eating what I grow in the backyard. Absolutely. Absolutely get a fucking jarring station in the back room. Get a canning station going. Oh my god. Get labels with a little like cartoon ChatGPT label of yourself. Garlic is very essential. I've thought about doing the same thing. The only thing about me growing anything is that like when I leave, I leave for like periods of time, for like long periods of time, you know. So like that garden, I can't really count on people taking care of that for me. So that's the sole reason why I haven't really got into that, you know, even houseplants. Because I would love to, but like I can't put that responsibility on anybody. Because I know myself too. Because it won't just be a fucking houseplant; it'll be a whole thing. The basement is just prepper city. Yeah, of course, of course. It's the best time for it. Bunker down, hunker down, bunker down. This whole island is a bunker, pretty much. There's like very few navigable ports. Everything over here is just like a rock wall when you come in by sea. But you know, plans and stuff. But I mean, there's nothing over here for people to even actually want on a global scale. Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of potential in that basement. I will tell you. I will tell you, I saw a lot of potential down there. Big time. Big time rush. Remember them? I don't. I just know that that was a thing. I just know that was some sort of boy band. Topo Chico. It is disgusting out right now. Absolutely vile. And here I was thinking that I was going to go and film. I can't go in this. Just a beautiful island. Yeah, I know. And like, what would they come and do? I'm saying like, as far as like any kind of like war, you know, there's like no resources that are like here. Unless you want some fucking bananas. Unless like a banana war was happening. Retake the basement. Do it. I have high hopes for that basement for you. The cats are upstairs. You're still screaming. Get out! Get out of the basement. It makes you feel good. They're like fully out and they've been for hours and you're like, get out of here. I'm done. Scram. They've scrammed a long time ago. You're downstairs with a pot and pan and a spoon, like bing, 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 bing. Leave. It's my basement now. I can see it. Oh my god, the fire though. Poor Mike. I keep on punching him. Poor Michael. Yee, yee, yee. Yeah. Definitely, 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 definitely. You could do it. You could do it. Have people come in through the back. There's a lot of potential in that space. And in that yard too. Nonetheless. Your yard is massive. Both the front and backyard. You can do a lot of stuff. A lot of cabbage. A lot of production can be happening. Get yourself some kimchi rocking. I really like the nature sounds. I really like being over here on YouTube. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Never in my life would I thought that this was actually happening. I mean, there was a period of time actually where I was like, I'm starting a YouTube channel, and I did one video, and then that was it. That was in 2013. What? Oh, that's 13 days ago. Video blocked in some territories. Copyright back again. Oh, it's because of the music. 13 days ago. Crazy. Crazy. You pretty much decided you're staying. I think that's the right move. I think the best move would be just to have a roommate live in the basement. But we've already discussed this. I think that would alleviate a lot of your problems. A lot of any problems that would exist. You know? Somebody you could trust. And coexist with peacefully. Problem is that you're just like kind of far out from Quincy and like the people, your people. But doesn't have to be a bad thing. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. Doesn't have to be a bad thing. Bad thing. Yeah, that house, you could really make it like a fucking palace. A real homestead. Get a fucking horse. Get a horse. Get a pony. Get a llama. I can see a llama for you. A nice alpaca. A little prize alpaca that you brush every morning. That'd be nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Mop step 1 to complete. Beautiful. But shouldn't vacuuming be step 1? I don't wanna be that person. But I feel like vacuuming is before. Vacuuming seems like step one. That's just where my head naturally goes. Not that I'm trying to be like a Debbie Downer. I'd be like, you vacuum and then you mop. So you're not like mopping dust around. A llama's different. A llama's different. Because a llama, okay, a llama could not, I mean, you do you, but a llama could not be living in that house. Right? A llama would have its own abode in the yard. So that's why it's like a nice thing. And have its own little stable out there. But it can always pop its head in. It can always pop its head in. Some little goats? Yeah! Some long-necked ducks? You swept it last night? Okay. So it's step 2. Well, step 1 of the day. Mop. Mop it. Dun 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 dun. Now you gotta vacuum that couch. Ooh, baby. Or you gotta take off all the covers and wash them, right? Something like that. Something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kiss me and then walk away. So outside pets are fine. Well, if it's an alpaca, yeah. If it's an alpaca, if it's a horse, if it's a pony, if it's a donkey, yeah. The top half of the llama, absolutely. See, now you see. Now you see. But getting like another cat or dog or, you know, a rabbit, anything like that, that would be insane. That'd be too much. And I'm watching all the covers, and that's halfway done already. Oh my god, you're killing it. Oh my god, you are reclaiming this. For real, for real. For real, for real. And then what? Is the, like, what is that gonna, like, what is it gonna do? What is that room gonna do for you? Are you going to have that be the base of operations for you in your daily life? Or are you gonna make that like a specialty room for certain things? It's from Divergent. It is. Oh shit. Kiss me and just walk away. That checks out. Me your name. Yeah, I've never seen this movie. And I would not, yeah, I would say that the time period makes sense. The subject matter, I could not say that it does. This sci-fi action thriller was not what I was expecting. Unless it's a completely different thing altogether, and I'm looking at the wrong Divergent. Rock Band and Just Dance, and I'm teaching myself how to shuffle down there. Wow. Sounds like a wild place. Wow. If you're going to be a new photography studio, tell me that's going to be a new photography studio and I'm on my way. Tell me it's your new photography studio and I'm leaving. I'm on my way. In a divided, war-torn world, Triss discovers her special abilities and bands with four to resist a sinister plot against those like them. I love a slippery floor, you know that. I get distance. They aren't great. They don't seem to look great. They do not seem to look great. Like the cover photo here. The cover photo here looks really, really like a horrible young adult novel. You like this? You like the Sears though? The studio's in the bedroom down there. Perfect, 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 perfect. That would actually not be a bad place to develop films, because there's like no windows. It could be very dark. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Oh my God, having a red room down there, like a photo development room, like, and then the main room was like with the pictures, and you have like cameras and gear on the shelves. Oh my God, and then you have the TV with like, you know. Oh my God, with the stuff going on, like streams and movies and all of it, right? Watch parties, what? And then outside you have the plants. Perfect. Perfect. That's pretty much what it is. That's perfect. That sounds. I'm emphatically about that. Oh my God, you have no idea. What would it be like if I was right there, right now? I'd be losing my mind. You thought the cabinets were bad? You thought the cabinets were something? I would be fucking doing cartwheels in that basement right now. I don't even know how to do cartwheels, but I would. In that instance, I would learn. I wouldn't even learn. It would just come instinctually, like a strike of lightning. Lightning strike, cartwheels. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Incredible. Increíble. Wait, what is this selling? What is this saying to me? I don't know why, but sometimes Gmail likes to message me things in French. I'm not sure what that's about. I've never been French. I've never said anything to French, and it likes to speak to me in French. You'd be drinking this. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely be hitting that. Topo Chic. Topo Chiqui. Topo Chiqui. Topo Chiquiti. Nice. There's just a message telling me that I'm live. Thanks. Me your name, your. I've never said anything to French. No, I've never said anything to French. I've never said anything to French. I've never said anything to French. I think French would be a cool nickname for someone, but not for me. Don't you ever. Don't you ever say that that's my nickname. Don't stop. Anytime. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the latest and greatest updates. My eye is crazy. What is happening with you? Like, it's only this one, though. Ugh. Me your name. Wait, is there an extra comment here? It was 4 before, and now there's 5? Wait, this guy responded back. It's crazy how many of my favorite series from when I was young have horrible movies now. Yeah, I mean, is it crazy? That's usually the case, though. You turn a young adult novel into a movie. Not everything can be Harry Potter. Not everything can be Lion Witch in the Wardrobe. Frenchie. Frenchie. Frenchito. Felt it from the bottom of my soul. I mean it. Things you don't only sound tell. What I find insanely important in life in general. Wow, this guy is saying really nice things. Please don't ever stop delivering these emotions to people around you. Big love from Russia and Japan. Russia and Japan? Oh my god. This guy's amazing. This guy's amazing. The Uglies was one I was dying to have a movie for years. Then it finally happened. I was like, oop. I don't even know what that is, The Uglies. From Portugal. Cheers from Portugal. All right. Smile. EDM producer. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. I'm more of a say nothing type of person, while also simultaneously saying every thought I have somehow. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. You're not one for comments. That's okay. But that's okay. When the time comes and the forum and the temperature and the stage is set, that is when you shine. But not every stage needs to be set. Not every stage needs to be stand up. Not every moment needs to be staged. But when it is, well. Oh, camera. Oh, camera. thing with the comments is that, like, how many times can I say thank you? Like, how many different ways can I say thank you while, like, sounding genuine? Because I do genuinely mean it, but it just, like, seems like at a certain point it feels like I'm just copy and pasting the same response, and I don't want that to be the case. You will not believe your eyes when Krista finally comments. Comments, guys. You will not believe your eyes when Krista finally comments, guys. I'm cleaning heavy. Dave and Sue will be here in an hour or two. Yeah, I don't know. It just got really shitty out, so I was like, what the hell am I going to do out there? Because that was the plan. That was really the plan. I was going to end stream and I was going to go run out there. But it's like a fucking mess right now. It's an actual full-blown mess outside. And I had done the work that I was set out to do because I got up so fucking super early. I'd like to make myself believe. You don't even say thank you. I put a little heart on it. See, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. I had to express my gratitude as much as I can without overdoing it. Create post. Even on Facebook, birthday posts, I heart them and then post thanks everyone at the end of the day. Yeah. I'd feel sad. I'd be like, I'm not gonna post. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna say anything to her next year. No, of course not. I'd be like, okay, well, that's interesting. That's an interesting choice. By having to communicate so much to people, I get that. I don't feel it as much when I'm. I don't feel it as much when I'm online, but in person, oh my god! When I realize like how quickly I want to leave a place, and then realize it's going to be very tough to do so unless I say goodbye to every single person, I'm like, oh, I'll stay. I'll stay. Honestly, I'll stay. If it means either staying or having to say goodbye to everybody individually, I'll stay for another, X amount of time. Not, I'll stay for another half hour. Not for the whole night. But it'll take some time for me to work myself up if I can't just Irish goodbye. And I usually can't do that anymore. I can't do an Irish goodbye anymore. Especially not around here. Because you will never hear the end of it. I'd like to make myself believe. Interesting choice. Interesting. I will Irish goodbye every time. No, I can't do that. Because then I'm being clocked. And that's worse. What's worse? What's worse? I forgot to say goodbye, and now I'm at home in my pajamas. Whoops. Yeah, but then next time you're out, it's like, when is she going to leave? When is she going to disappear? My eye's on you. And I'm like, I do not want you to be eyeing me like that. That can't be it. That can't be the reality. Like, it can't set that precedent. Because that will happen. Like, that is a guarantee. I will be pressed at any given point. They can clock me. I am uncomfortable, please. Just let me have my peace. Otherwise, I'm just not coming. Yeah. Hmm. Give me a challenge to dodge out. No, 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 no. Yeah, maybe for you. Not for me. I can't. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. You couldn't do it. That's the old me. That's the old me. The old me would do that. The old my dude would be like, peace. I'm not coming out. Bye. But I will be like, no. If it's something that doesn't align with me, I'd be like, no, straight up. Instead of forcing myself to go out and being like, oh, why did I do this? These days, I'm just like, I know well enough now that I'm like, not for me. Not for me. Oh, yeah? Not for me. I'd like to make myself believe. All right, well, I think I'll go. I think I'll go now. It's been 2 hours. I gotta figure it out. I gotta figure it out. We gotta get back on it. Jump right on it. Are you and your family gonna hang out in the basement? Your newly claimed basement? Into a bush and running into your car. Yeah. I can see it. I can see that. That's why I like to just drive on my own. I don't like, being anybody's ride because then I gotta like corral people, and at a certain point I'll just be like, I'm leaving. You can come, you can stay, but right now, I'm out. And that's a great feeling too. Always being the DD and being like, time to go. No? We're working today? Ooh. Nice. What do you guys working on the outlets? Yeah. Get those outlets nice and finished. Finito. Yeah, we like streamed for like 3.5 hours. Well, yeah, almost 4 hours today already. Crazy. Between this morning and right now, 2 hours, 2 hours. Crazy. Okay, but I'm gonna go. Switches and my mom and I are spray painting the shutters. Nice. Is Mitch and Lena here right now? Are my peeps here right now? I see Krista with 175 experience points. Mitchell, 75. Leany, 75. Are my people used? And I'm working on the basement, and I'd love to put in new fans in the bathroom, but we'll see. That's amazing. A little reset, refresh. Love to hear that. You gotta keep me in the loop on the progress on that. I'm very happy that you're making the decision to stay, because I think it's a good one. I do. That house has a lot of potential. But alas, I must depart. I must depart. Plenty still left to do today. I love you. I love you guys if you're out there still. Farewell. Until tomorrow. Same time. Same time. Well, midnight. Midnight for you guys. Same time, same time. Check the website. That's all I'm going to say now. Check the website.